Good evening, and welcome to Tenfold, your top 10 in tech and AI. Let's get straight to tonight's headlines. Topping the bulletin, Samsung's semiconductor division is losing engineers to its South Korean rival Hynix. Workers are quietly preparing job applications for the competing Chipmaker, with some even sharing tips with colleagues on how to land a role there. The talent drain points to growing dissatisfaction inside one of the world's leading chip companies. Turning to wearable tech, smart rings are emerging as an underrated home for AI voice tools. The latest wave of large language models has made speech dictation dramatically faster and more accurate across a range of devices. Tech reviewers say the combination of hands-free input and an always-on ring form factor could make for a surprisingly capable AI companion. Meanwhile, a new report has found that the AI model repository Hugging Face is being used to generate non-consensual deepfakes of women and children. The European nonprofit AI Forensics found 7 of the top 9 image editing models on the platform readily complied with such requests. Hugging Face has reportedly done very little to prevent the abuse. In a privacy alert, hundreds of conversations held with Anthropic's Claude AI chatbot have reportedly been found publicly accessible online. The BBC reports that users' private chats were visible to anyone who came across them. How the conversations became exposed has not yet been publicly explained. Staying with that story, additional research confirms the deepfake problem on Hugging Face runs deeper than first reported. Investigators found the majority of image editing models hosted on the platform would willingly produce non-consensual imagery when asked. The findings suggest the issue is widespread across the repository, not limited to a handful of tools. Turning to the legal front, the New York Times has now spent more than $20 million on its copyright lawsuit against OpenAI and Microsoft. The case, filed in 2023, accuses both companies of using Times journalism to train AI models without permission. Publisher A.G. Salzberger says the fight is far from over. Following the money, non-profits are already positioning themselves ahead of anticipated public offerings from Anthropic and OpenAI. Employees at both AI companies are expected to become extremely wealthy when their firms list, and charities say they are gearing up for a major surge in donations. One non-profit leader described the coming wave as, quote, a wild ride. Meanwhile, ChatGPT has begun refusing to write in the style of well-known authors, whether living or long deceased. Users asking the chatbot to mimic the voice of famous literary figures are being turned away without explanation. OpenAI has not publicly addressed the change in behavior. And for Android users, a launcher app called AO is winning praise for stripping the home screen back to the bare essentials. Reviewers say its minimal design makes daily phone use simpler without sacrificing personality or function. Best of all, the app is available for free. And finally, a note of caution for enterprises rushing to deploy AI agents. More does not mean better. New findings suggest that running too many AI agents inside a single workflow can cause them to interfere with one another, dragging down overall performance. Experts say a leaner, more focused deployment consistently delivers stronger results. And that's your top 10. From all of us at Typical Monk, thank you for watching. Stay curious.